The duplex stood quiet under the amber glow of a Tennessee sunset, its twin halves mirroring my split life. I'm Caleb Monroe, 34, a man who's pieced together a living from sawdust and sweat crafting custom furniture in my garage workshop. Divorced for 3 years, I've learned to live with the ache left by my ex-wife, Sophia, who traded our 9-year marriage for a millionaire's mansion. She said my ambition couldn't bankroll her dreams, so she left me for Victor Ramsey, a man 27 years her senior. The court split our assets 50-50, and I scraped enough to buy this duplex, renting out one side to cover the mortgage. My heart's been boarded up since, but a new tenant was about to pry it open. A week after my last renters moved out, I got a voicemail from Ryan Carter asking to see the place. I called him back and we set a viewing for Saturday. As his white compact pulled up, I wiped my hands on a rag and stepped out. Ryan, mid-30s, had a handsome face but carried a weight in his eyes, sadness, resignation. We shook hands, his grip firm but weary. "Caleb, right?" I nodded. "Let's check it out." I'd redone the carpet and painted the unit a mirror of my own side and gave him the grand tour. He seemed impressed but hesitated. "Looks great, Caleb, but can you knock off $100 on rent? It's a stretch for me. Just got divorced and I need a place for my kids when I have them." I leaned against the counter, seeing myself in him. "I get it, Ryan. I'm divorced too. My ex took half even after cheating. Screwed up system, right?" He nodded, hesitant, then added, "Yeah, mine cheated too. Got custody of our kids. I saw a chance to help a guy in the same boat. First year I'll cut the rent, we'll reassess after." He thanked me, relief in his voice, and we signed the lease. His credit wasn't great, but divorce does that. I let it slide. That week, I helped him move in, and by Friday, I invited him over for steaks and beers. His story spilled out like sawdust, raw and scattered, and I felt the first stirrings of a bond. Over dinner, Ryan shared his life. He sold cars at a Toyota dealership 20 minutes away, had 2 kids, Lily 5 and Max 3, with his ex Emily. She worked part-time at a bank and had an affair with a coworker. I forgave her a few times, he said, voice low, but she wouldn't stop, said she craved the thrill. Now I'm stuck with alimony and child support. I told him about Sophia, how she volunteered for a mayor's campaign, cozying up to Victor, her sponsor. Late nights turned to lies, and one day I came home to divorce papers and her bags packed. She didn't want alimony, just half our assets, claiming she needed a safety net. Her betrayal still stung, but sharing it with Ryan felt like sanding down a rough edge. For 3 months, we hung out, beers, games, guy talk. Ryan didn't have many friends, and I didn't push why. Then one night, my past walked back in. Sophia, uninvited, slipped through my door like she still owned the place. She wore a designer dress, dripping wealth, her auburn hair cascading. "Evening, Caleb. How's life?" I crossed my arms. "What do you want, Sophia?" She smirked. "Can I visit my ex-husband?" I scoffed. "Cut the crap. What's this about?" Her eyes glinted. "I want you, Caleb. In bed." Her words hit like a hammer, bold and shameless, stirring a mix of disgust and buried desire. I stared, stunned. "Victor not cutting it," she sighed. "He's 60, Caleb. Pills help, but he's no match for you. We were fire together. You know it." I shook my head. "You think I'd touch you after you cheated?" She stepped closer, voice soft. "We're not married anymore. It's just fun. Discreet. I trusted you then. I trust you now." I laughed bitterly. "Trust you burned that bridge." She pressed on. "Remember how good we were. I'm not asking for love, just us like before." I pointed to the door. "Get out, Sophia. I'm not your side piece." Her shoulders slumped, but she tried one last time. I still love you, Caleb. Wish things were different. She kissed my cheek and left her perfume lingering like a ghost. I stood there heart racing, wondering how the woman I loved became this stranger. 5 months later, I met Emily, Ryan's ex. She dropped off their kids for his weekend, and I was in my workshop when her car pulled up. Ryan greeted Lily and Max, his face a mix of love and longing. Emily, petite at 5 feet, stepped out in workout gear, her figure striking toned legs a perfect curve to her hips. Her dark hair was tied back, hazel eyes sharp. She caught me staring and grinned. "Get a good look?" I flushed, turning back to my workbench. "Sorry, won't happen again." To my surprise, she tapped my shoulder. "You didn't answer my question." I stammered. "It was rude. Won't happen again." She laughed, not angry, and stepped into my shop. "Nice setup. What do you do here?" Her curiosity disarmed me, and I felt a spark I hadn't in years. I showed her around, explaining my custom furniture. She asked smart questions, sharing stories about her grandfather's woodwork. We talked for an hour, movies, music, even a brush with politics. Emily was charming, easy to talk to, and undeniably beautiful. I caught myself wondering why she'd cheat, then pushed the thought away, torn between Ryan's story and her warmth. The next day, Ryan asked about her visit. "She stay long?" I shrugged. "Just curious about my shop." "She mentioned me." I shook my head. He looked relieved, and I didn't press. Something felt off, but I let it slide, not ready to stir the pot. Emily kept coming by, always early on Sundays, to chat before picking up the kids. She'd park down the street, hiding her car from Ryan, and we'd talk, never about him, just life. One Sunday, she arrived with a request. "My bank's hosting a fundraiser at the Four Seasons. Be my +1. I hesitated, thinking of Ryan. "What about him?" She shrugged. "We're divorced. Everyone knows." I frowned. "Won't it cause talk?" She sighed. "That's why I need you. A coworker would start rumors. You're safe." Her plea tugged at me, and against my better judgment, I agreed, drawn to her light, but wary of her past. I bought a black suit, splurging on tailoring, and picked her up after she dropped the kids with Ryan. Emily emerged in a burgundy gown, hugging her curves, her black hair sleek, a pinned strand framing her face. "You're gorgeous," I said, heart pounding. She beamed, and we drove to the gala. The crowd was elite, their wealth intimidating, but Emily shone, deflecting questions about me with grace. We danced, her body soft against mine, and I felt a pull I couldn't ignore. At her door, she leaned in, lips close, but I stepped back. "Thanks for tonight, Emily." I drove home, her warmth lingering, my resolve fraying. Our routine grew, early chats, stolen moments. I tried a blind date, but it flopped, and when I told Emily, her smile betrayed relief. Then one Friday, she broke pattern, stopping by with a favor. "Guys at work won't stop hitting on me. I told them I'm taken by you. Need you to play along at a bar tomorrow." I groaned. "Ryan's my friend, Emily." She pleaded just one more time. I caved, guilt gnawing. At the bar, her coworkers eyed us, 2 guys with their dates, clearly testing me. One's date, Destiny, a blonde with obvious implants, made a move while Emily was away. "Let's dance, handsome." I declined firm. "I'm with Emily," she scoffed. "You'd pass this up," I smirked. "Julie's worth 10 of you." When Emily returned, she overheard, her eyes shining with gratitude. Weeks later, she asked me to a coworker's wedding. The romantic haze was thick, and as we danced, her body pressed close, her breath warm on my neck. Desire surged, and I knew she felt it. I wanted her, but Ryan's story held me back, a shadow over every touch. Driving home, I saw her car at Ryan's, then a knock, Sophia in a trench coat, nothing beneath. "Caleb, I need you," she purred, dropping the coat. I shoved it back at her. "Get out. I'm not your toy." She begged, "I regret leaving you. I miss us." I shook my head. "No chance, Sophia, go." She left tears in her eyes, and I saw Emily's car gone. Had she seen? My heart sank, fearing I'd lost something I hadn't yet claimed. The next weekend, Emily was cold, avoiding me. I held up a sign before Ryan's visit, "Come early Sunday to talk." She nodded, and Sunday she arrived, arms crossed. "What do you want?" I snapped. "Why are you icing me out?" She glared. "Saw you with that woman. How much did she cost you?" I laughed, stunned. "That's Sophia, my ex. She tried to seduce me. I kicked her out. You'd know if you stayed 5 minutes." Emily's face softened. "I'm sorry, Caleb, I thought." I hugged her, her body trembling. "We're good now, right?" Her touch lingered, and I realized I was falling despite everything. The following Saturday, Ryan dropped a bomb. "You and Emily seem close." I froze. "Don't look shocked, Caleb." "Anything going on?" I admitted, escorting her, apologizing for hiding it. "Why, nothing more. She's gorgeous." I sighed. "She's your ex, Ryan. And she cheated. I can't go there." He nodded, silent, and I sensed he was holding back. His words rattled me, but I didn't push, afraid of what I'd uncover. Tuesday, Ryan showed up serious. I poured beers and he spoke. "She didn't cheat, Caleb. I did. Multiple times. She forgave me, but the last time with a parts girl, she couldn't. I lied to you because I had no friends left, thought we'd bond over cheating wives. When she started coming around, I panicked she'd tell you." His confession hit like a sledgehammer, rewriting everything. "Why tell me now?" I asked. He looked away. "She asked about you. Said you have fun together." "I love her, Caleb. Want her happy. If you feel something, you have my blessing." He left and I sat reeling. Emily wasn't the villain. My walls crumbled and hope flickered. Friday, I held up another sign, "Talk." Emily joined me in the shop. "Nice cutting board," she said, eyeing my work. "Plans for the weekend?" I grinned. "Driving to the coast. Hotel on the beach. Wanna come?" Her face lit up. "Who's the lucky girl?" I lifted her chin. "You, if you'll have me." She smiled, playful. "Separate rooms," I laughed. "One room, one bed." "I want you, Emily." She launched into my arms, kissing me fiercely. Our lips locked, a dam breaking, years of loneliness pouring out. An hour later, we hit the road, her suitcase in my truck. Silence wrapped us, comfortable, electric. At the hotel, we barely made it to the room, tearing at clothes between kisses. Her body was a revelation, curves. I'd dreamed of, a fire I'd forgotten. We made love, like the world might end, her moans, a song I'd never tire of. Morning came late, breakfast skipped. On the beach, under a rented umbrella, she asked, "Why now, Caleb?" I told her everything. Ryan's lie, his truth, his blessing. She was mad but softened. "He wanted us happy. I'm glad he told you." Her hand in mine felt like home, a future I hadn't dared imagine. We married a year later. I became dad to Lily and Max, who took to me easily. Ryan stayed in the duplex, still a friend, but we bought a new house. Emily's old place too small, the duplex too awkward. Ryan's final gift came months later. He was moving to Seattle, a new job waiting. "Take care of my kids, Caleb, forever." I hesitated. "You sure?" He nodded, tears falling. "Adopt them. Let them forget me. Be their dad." His sacrifice broke me, a selfless act from a man who'd lost everything. We legalized the adoption, and Ryan vanished. Lily and Max call me dad now, their memories of him fading. My furniture business grows, a labor of love. Emily's pregnant 6 months, along with our daughter Jacqueline, Jackie, for Ryan. He broke his family but gave me mine, a debt I'll honor by loving them fiercely. A True Infidelity Story.